We've spoken before on the program about Lara Logan. Lara Logan she at least was a journalist, and she did some really good work when she was with 60 Minutes. Something happened to Lara Logan, and I know that many say, David, what happened is she was brutally assaulted when doing coverage in the Middle East, and she has PTSD. That's what happened. Maybe it is. I don't know. Something happened to Lara Logan where she is now on Fox Nation repeating some of the most rancid conspiracy theories that we have seen in the political media space for the last 10 years. And most recently, Lara Logan suggested that Darwinian evolution may be a hoax funded by Jews. Now, she for a while now has been using some of these anti-Semitic tropes and talking points of a globalist. You almost, when you hear the word globalist, you almost have to say globalist, like Alex Jones. Globalist stuff, Rothschild, all these different things. She appeared on, honestly, I don't even know what this is. It's a show called And We Know. And she suggested that Darwinian evolution may be a Jewish-funded hoax. Listen to this.
So now you've gone from being a farmer who may not be able to farm efficiently, who may not be able to feed as many people, but guess what? He could grow food year after year after year. Because who created seeds that are renewable? Like truly, like who created life that is truly renewable? What is the only thing on earth that is actually renewable? It's life. And they can, go back to the Big Bang Theory and Darwin. I mean, when I found out, does anyone know who employed Darwin, where Darwinism comes from?
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, look it up. The Rothschilds.
Yeah.
It goes right back to 10 Downing Street.
All the way.
And the same people who employed Darwin. And that's when Darwin, wrote his theory of evolution and so on and so on.
Guys, did you know that? What she's suggesting here is the theory of Darwinian evolution didn't come from Darwin doing real science. Jews, the Rothschilds, hired Darwin. And then all of a sudden he writes this theory of evolution and then, what?
And I'm not saying that none of that is true. Right. I'm just saying Darwin was hired by someone to come up with a theory, right? Based on evidence, okay, fine. But, even the people...
Fine. I guess it was based on evidence.
The scientists, all of the people that can take you back to the Big Bang, what is the one question they can never, ever, ever answer? They can never tell you whatever that was, whether it's the molecules or the energy or, all that stuff. All these scientists like that, that evil, horrible person who's the science advisor to Klaus Schwab at the World Economic Forum, who says there's no such thing as freedom. There's no such, there's randomness, but that's not freedom and blah, blah, blah. There's probability and there's this and there's that. You can explain it away any way you like. But how did those things come into being? And it was a combination of, it's that question of what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? You can't answer that scientifically.
Now, as many of you already know, this is a sort of God of the gaps hypothesis or talking point, which is any phenomena that cannot yet be answered by science, or maybe never will, but it doesn't make a difference. You put God into those gaps. So we don't know now what was there before everything. I mean, it's a very complicated question. It's a scientific question. It's a philosophical question. It's a big question. That doesn't mean, it's Jesus or Zeus or whatever. There's no evidence for that. When it comes to Lara Logan, first of all, this is disgusting, right? I mean, Jews funded the hoax of Darwinian evolution, even if it was maybe based in some fact. That's her idea. Do you think that she started believing this stuff, so then Fox hired her? Or is it that Fox hired her and it got her to start spouting this stuff? It's hard to say which way it goes, and there may be some way in which it's both. But this is a real life cautionary tale about a lot of different things, about how right-wing media will rot your brain. And listen, if PTSD is part of what's going on with Lara Logan, it's a cautionary tale about that as well. And it's not for any of us to diagnose what's going on, but I feel it relevant to mention that she did suffer an insane situation. And not long after that, these have started to be her ideas. So make of it what you will. No comment from Fox about these completely outrageous comments by Lara Logan.